Hey everybody, this is Luke with the Android Guys app review podcast. I'm here with Scott. How you doing, Scott?
I'm doing well. Luke, how are you today?
All right, man. You got a game you want to talk about?
Well, I got a game that I'm going to talk about.
All right. Okay.
So I want
fair. All right. What is this game, and what do you want to tell us about it?
Well, it's called Aerofest.
All right.
And it was presented to me as an ad on Instagram. I believe it was an Instagram ad.
Okay.
It's a game you've probably seen advertised where you might start out with an arrow heading down this track, and you have to decide, you got to move the arrow left and right.
That game.
One of those games.
I have seen the ads for that game.
You decide, do I add 10 arrows or do I multiply times 2?
Right.
And then, the next one might be subtract 15 divided by 3. And so it kind of forces you to do some quick math.
Yeah.
And I kind of went into that thinking, hey, at least that's
could be
cool.
fun. Yeah.
Yeah, like, I can maybe, revisit some of these levels and figure out where did I go wrong? What could I have done better? So the premise is simple. There's an arrow that shoots down a track heading off in the distance in the game. And along the way, you'll see there are kind of like pedestrian character kind of stick figures in your way. Every time you hit them, it takes a couple of your arrows away.
Okay.
But as you go down this path, you go between like little target windows, and you can kind of avoid them. You can move quickly left and right. Sometimes you'll get to the end of the level, and you'll have quite a few more arrows than you started out with. Sometimes, depending on how sloppy you are. If you're like, oh man, there were just a lot of guys in the way. But the point of it is to get to the end of this track with as many arrows as you can.
Okay.
Flying. And then it will then calculate based off of how many people you can take out.
Sure.
And the more people or more rows of that at the very end, the higher it kind of accelerates your coin payout.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay.
It's to me, it was, I wasn't attracted to the game. I didn't see anything flashy that told me this is going to be a fun, great game.
Right.
But I at least thought this would have I should be able to return to this game over and over.
Sure.
And just see how good I can get. Alas, it is chock full of ads. So that right away lessens the replay value for me.
Sure.
To the tune of every other level giving you an ad, whether or not you chose to watch one or not.
Oof.
So when you end up at the end of a level, you end up with X number of coins, and you think, well, okay, cool, 920 coins. Well, there will be a little button that says watch this, or it doesn't say that, but it's a symbol of a play symbol. And if you do that, it'll triple that. So then instead of 920, you're looking at 2,700 plus.
Right.
So you watch an ad to get the extra coins. Well, I found that on level 1, 2, 4, 5, 7, like quite literally, and my notes here show that I was presented with an ad, whether or not I wanted to triple my coins or not. So I, for all practical purposes, should have watched an advertisement to at least get some coins for it. So even when I chose not to, I'm being presented with them. There's a $3 fee or price in the game if you want to unlock the ads. I don't know if I would recommend that.
Sure.
I don't know what the coins do. As through the first couple of levels, you will see at the start of the track, if you want to start out with, I don't know if it puts you into like a higher level of arrow, or like it's really, it's not explained.
Weird.
But you use your coins to do this. I got to level like 13, and I thought, okay, I've got to be able to do, can I go back and start over? Can I do these levels again? You cannot. So whatever you get on that level, you get. There is no way to go in and see how you rank compared to others. You cannot do anything that says, I'm going to challenge another player. And then even the stuff like in the little shopping cart symbol, you click on that, and it, instead of an arrow, the next one up, it looks like a lightsaber that goes down the track. But it says unlock at level 5, or that's what the symbol appears to show.
Right.
I've gone to level 13. I've unlocked and done everything that I thought was possible, and I've yet to do that. But
interesting.
Being that far into the game and not giving me at least one little cosmetic upgrade or something that says, hey, this could be a lot of fun if you want to just keep playing, we'll give you a couple of quick wins in terms of extras and goodies. So I tapped out pretty quickly on this one. I didn't care for it. Not that I had high expectations, but I just didn't love it. It wasn't the kind of game that I'm gonna just pick up for 30 seconds. And I mean, you can,
sure,
but I don't see myself doing that.
Interesting. All right, you want to give it a score?
Yeah, let's throw some numbers on top of it.
All right. What about graphics?
Graphics are just okay.
Okay.
So it doesn't, it's not it moves in 3D, but it's not like you're looking at this elaborate world.
Yeah.
You might be flying above this like low definition city or like Shogun kind of layout. I would give it maybe a 2.
Okay. How about audio?
Audio, to be honest, I heard it and I just immediately turned the volume down.
Okay.
I was not a fan. It wasn't something I was like, oh, this is fun. This is at least a part of the game that I can deal with. Let's give that a 2.
Okay. Replay value.
You can't replay levels, but you could continue to come back to the game if you like it. Give that. Put me down for 2.
Okay. How about features?
Features, you don't get a ton. It looks like you can unlock and do some different things, but again, they certainly don't give it to you right off the bat. You don't have anything that says, hey, here's a quick unlock that you did, and here's where to go for more.
Is there any tutorial to the game or anything like that?
No. I would say I've seen worse, but that's just maybe another 2.
Okay. And then to round it out, ads and notifications.
Let's go with a 1.5.
Ooh, wow, 1.5.
Yeah, just because I was presented with so many ads so early on.
Yeah.
That I will take it off my phone because I don't want this game to tell me to come back to it.
Oof.
So
you're sitting at a 1.9.
1.9, and I don't know. I know that sounds rough.
Yeah.
But, I'm going to see what they have in the Play Store here for it. There are quite a few Arrow Fests. I don't know which one it was here. I'd have to look it up. So I don't want to... nope, it's Roll It Games. It's at a 3.25, 3.5.
Okay. So people don't love it. Yeah. They like it maybe a little more than you do.
Yeah. Comments. The only reason this game exists is to promote ads. And then the next person says, it's one of those games where it's fun. If you only play for a short period of time, I wouldn't recommend playing it every day, maybe once a week. So.
Yeah, sounds like it's definitely one of those that I think we've all seen that's like, oh, this might be fun, and then you get it in and realize, oh, this was just targeted at me to give me more targeted ads.
Yeah, I can see it. The developer wanting to put some money into it,
Right.
just to put it out there because he's going to recoup it on the back end.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's AeroFest. Thanks, Scott.
Thank you, Luke.